A very good morning to all. Mr. T.R. Parasuraman, President of Bangalore Chamber of Industry and Commerce and all-time Director of Toyota Industries Engine Private Limited. Mr. T.R. Parasuraman currently works with an affiliate of Toyota Industries Corporation, Japan, and has been working in the Toyota group of companies for nearly 21 years. He also plays the roles of President and Deputy Managing Director of Toyota Industries Engine India, a venture between Toyota Industries Corporation and Kirloskar Systems. Further, he was the past chairman of the Quality Circle Forum of India, Bangalore, and held many positions at the Automotive Component Manufacturers Association of India, the Confederation of Indian Industry, and Bangalore Chamber of Industry and Commerce. Mr. T.R. Parasuraman has moved through various sectors of business as diverse as manufacturing, purchasing, finance, human resource development, safety, and environment. This combined with his ability to network through industry bodies such as Bangalore Chamber of Industry and Commerce, Confederation of Indian Industry, Quality Circle Forum of India, and the Indian Machine Tool Manufacturers Association has afforded him an abundance of knowledge and business acumen in the automotive industry. Mr. T.R. Parasuraman is very much inspired by the famous quote of Sakichi Toyoda, the founder of Toyota: "Open the window, the whole world is in front of you," which T.R. Parasuraman believes has brought tremendous change in his work ethics. We are glad to have you on board. I request Mr. T.R. Parasuraman to address the gathering.
अब इन्हें बात करता टोयोटा में.
You're able to hear me? Good morning.
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, thank you so much for the very kind introduction. First of all, very good morning to all of you. In fact, I'm still yet to recover from the inspiration I got from Mr. Irani. Amazing, sir. Hats off to you. You really made us our day. The top management of St. Francis College, Father Simon, Mr. Subbarao, Mrs. Samira Fernandez, dear student community, the teaching faculty, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, I'm very honored after hearing to Mr. Irani for a wonderful keynote. In fact, we always learn from great leaders. Somebody said learning is never ending. And road for success is always under construction. There is nothing called success. And tomorrow's success is tomorrow's failure. In fact, I always used to think, what is the difference between success and happiness? Success is always not happiness. But if you're happy, you are successful. I think this is what time and again that I keep on thinking. What is success and what is happiness? Ultimate purpose of life, I think, is happiness. If you're able to achieve that, I think that is the greatest success. So many times in the umbrella of success, we always misunderstand happiness. I think I feel this conference is very, very significant and very important at this point of time, because COVID has taught us several lessons. It has made us human beings. It has taught us humility. It has taught us kindness, love, human values, love for our family, friends, society, I think whatnot. So I think organizing this seminar especially for the student community all over the world. I congratulate Samira and team for bringing all the stakeholders towards a common purpose. Swami Vivekananda said, education is the manifestation of perfection which is already in man. And Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. I feel three things are very important when you talk about education. One is knowledge, second is skill, and third is attitude. But I would bring attitude at the bottom of the whole house. It is a foundation, because education without attitude is just like a flower without fragrance. That education has no meaning. So how do we develop these three things? They're mutually dependent and each supports the other system. Today, when I look at education, especially the first standard question I asked all the engineers, I had the opportunity to interview thousands of engineers in my career. So I don't ask them rocket science questions, E is equal to mc square, never. I always ask them very simple, fundamental questions. Some of the questions that I ask the engineers, please draw the three views of a cricket ball. You know, it's not a rocket technology, but believe it or not, 90% of the students make a mistake when they write that seam. They're not able to imagine that. Cricket ball has got a seam, beautiful seam. And I always ask them one more question in terms of mathematics. What is the longest stick you can place on a cubical meter, 1 meter side? Believe it or not, 99% of the students have not been able to answer this question. Why I am telling this? Rightly said by Mr. Irani. I think education should give you the practical wisdom. It should teach you life science. In fact, it is something like I mug up today and pass the examination. It is like somebody giving me fish every day, but I should know how to catch fishing. I think that is what education should teach all of us. If you're able to get your own fish every day, I think you made it. Therefore, today the fundamental thing is missing. People talk about rocket science. I always talk to students. I had the opportunity to interview thousands of students in my career. I asked them a very simple question. What is the shape of a cricket ball? And interestingly, 98% of the students are not able to answer. The three views, not a big thing. Then the longest stick, you can place it on a cubical meter of 1 meter. And again, same results. See, this education is able to teach us millions of jargons, but we are missing the fundamentals, what is important for life. In fact, education should teach us how to catch fishing, how to catch fish by ourselves. Somebody buying us fish every day, that has no meaning, which means it should be able to give us the practical wisdom of life. And secondly, education should create value in the society. If you are not able to make a difference to the society, that education has no meaning. And thirdly, education should be eternal, which means rightly said by Mr. Irani, just passing out of the college, mugging out, that education has no meaning. So what makes you a learning library, which means you learn every day. I always talk about the Johari window, the 4 quadrants. The first quadrant says, I know that I know. That is self-confidence. Second quadrant is, I know that I don't know. That is humility. Third quadrant is, I don't know that I know. That is latent talent. And the fourth quadrant, I don't know that I don't know. That is ignorance. Ladies and gentlemen, please understand, 99% of the time, we are sailing in the fourth quadrant. We think that we know. The fact is, we don't know that we don't know. I think this is the biggest irony of life. Moment you open the window, as rightly said by Sakiji Toyoda, the whole world is in front of you. The learning starts pouring. In fact, I was listening to Swami Sugabodhananda. In one of his lectures, he said, an experiencer should experience an experience without an experiencer. Sorry, can you imagine? Means you go to watch a movie Watching the movie is the experience. Before you go to see the movie, somebody has told you the movie is useless. Already the experience is lost. Your mind is completely out of that area. Therefore, have an open mind. Once you have an open mind, I think the knowledge starts flowing, and that is where you open the fourth quadrant, and the whole world is in front of you. Therefore, my strong appeal to the student community, to the teaching community, please teach the fundamentals, the application portion. And today we are able to see millions of people who did not have their formal education. They're all ruling the world, even starting from Ambaniji. I can quote several examples. Even if you read the life of Steve Jobs, it's very interesting. He was not an avid reader, or he was not very good in the school. He did not like. And many people, Srinivasa Ramanujan, the brilliant mathematician. I think Mr. Irani also rightly said it. All you need is to understand the purpose of life and what I want to achieve in life. And there is only one life. My father always tells me, what is the worst thing that is going to happen in life? Death. Please die only one time in your life, not 100 times a day. Many times we are dying 100 times a day, and we also don't know what is the problem. We are trying to give solution to a problem which doesn't exist. In fact, finally, I would like to conclude my speech. I don't want to take much of your time. In Toyota, A3 writing is very popular. In fact, several years back, I attended a leadership program in Toyota, Japan. Very simple. All I have to do is make an A3 presentation at the end of my 6 months program. And I had some 3 meetings in my AP office in Bangkok and 4-5 meetings in Japan for this A3 writing. Interestingly, I had almost, I recollect, 48 or 49 revisions of the A3 paper with my then managing director, Mr. Isashi Suzuki. And if you ask me, have I completed my A3 writing? I think I'm not satisfied. All I'm trying to say is, it's very easy to make a 1,000-page report. It's very difficult to make a 100-page report. And if you have to make a single-page report, it is the crux of the crux. I think all juice is getting churned many times. And that is where the human development happens. So I always keep telling, somebody said, when you look at Earth from an horizontal distance, it is round or circular or rectangular in shape. But once you go 1,000 kilometers above the sea level and see Earth, it's a beautiful blue ball. You should be able to put it in your pocket. I think this is where the macro vision comes. This is where the visionary comes. As students, please reason out. Please don't accept somebody said, good or bad. Please reason. I think once you do that, then you get into an introspection and you become a thought leader. And this is the real purpose of education. Recollecting the words of Abdul Kalamji, which always inspired me. Where there is virtuousness in my heart, there is beauty in the character. Where there is beauty in the character, there is harmony at home. Where there is harmony at home, there is order in the nation. Where there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world. And Rabindranath Tagore also said, where the words come out from the depth of the truth, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, into Thai heaven of freedom, my father led my country away. In fact, from Bangalore Chamber of Industry and Commerce also, as a president, my full support to all these initiatives. In fact, we have a special cell called the Industry Institute Interface, very actively led by Dr. Subramanya as the chair of this forum, of principal of RV College. So I would like to work hand in hand with all these initiatives and also with St. Francis College. I congratulate Samira, Father Simon for this wonderful initiative. And I also congratulate Mr. Irani. I'm very inspired. My day is made today, sir. God bless, all the very best. Thank you so much. Wishing this event a wonderful success. God bless.